Oh, as a group, you know.
Let's go ahead and
it's still going.
let's go ahead and talk to our top top three. It'll start in Sunday's 14th annual MyAFibStory.com 400 opening race in the 2014 Chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. And based upon practice speeds, our top three rolling off will be Kyle Busch, number 2 will be Ryan Newman, and number 3 Carl Edwards. So Ryan and Carl, thanks for joining us. Ryan, I'll ask you off the top, starting out front, getting a better pit stall selection certainly is important in this first race. And how much of this, knowing that it was likely to rain late in the day, went into factoring how you guys were running out there in that initial practice?
Yeah, we definitely saw the radar and the forecast as far as the chance of rain. Really didn't expect it to come as soon as it did, but nevertheless started with our Caterpillar Chevrolet in race trim and made one run basically and switched it over. Felt like we were really close, and spent the rest of the time doing mock qualifying runs, knowing that we had a chance of that being our actual qualifying position. So just a good effort, a good start for our guys. Everybody did a good job, and Kyle just did a little bit better job.
Thank you, Ryan. And Carl, certainly I'll ask you the same question. As you guys were out there practicing and knowing that the rain was a likelihood, how does that play into how you set your car up and do your laps out there?
Well, Jimmy Finnick got me. He made one last adjustment, went out there and picked up about half a second. So I think if I'd have known how fast that was going to be, I would have run a little bit faster. But third place is a great place for us to start. We'll get a good pit selection, and at the end of the day, we started the day thinking that this might happen, and Jimmy did a great job with the strategy. And like I said yesterday, I think that's what all of us are going to have to do throughout the chase. You're just going to have to get every little bit you can every race weekend, and so far this has gone well for us.
Take a few questions here. Reed has one, and then Stan. If we can get the wireless. Reed Spencer, then Stan.
Man, you got to read the last one.
Got Kyle Busch coming in as well. Go ahead. We have to move quickly.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. For both Ryan and Carl, do you think that everybody basically took that same approach, and accordingly does that give you confidence relative to the rest of the field that it'll stack up that way when Sunday comes?
I mean, I think qualifying trim is one thing. The race is another. It looked like there were some guys really fast in race trim. I haven't run a lap in race trim, so hopefully we'll be that fast. But it's one step at a time for us.
Stan, before we get to you, let's hear from Kyle Busch. Kyle is the driver of the number 18 M&M's Toyota, and he'll lead the field to the green on Sunday. Kyle, just talk about the thought process that went into play. Obviously, with practice, you shot up there on the practice speeds there up to the top. So just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so practice for us went pretty well. It started out a little slow, but guys done a real nice job on the M&M's Camry today to get us to where we needed to be. And everybody back at the shop obviously building some good stuff, and TRD making some improvements for the chase here this weekend and whatnot. So having a good time there in practice means a lot, but there's obviously a lot of things that need to happen in the race this weekend for us and getting off to a good start, but also through just being able to carry that the next 10 weeks.
Okay, we'll open it back up for questions. We'll take a few. Go ahead, Stan, off to the left.
Hi, Stan Creekmore with CompetitionPlus.com. It's basically directed to all three of you. You have 2 practices tomorrow. How critical will those practices be to what you think will happen on Sunday?
Doesn't matter. We got what we got. We have to live in the moment and practice what we have to practice tomorrow, and then whatever the weather's going to be like, for Sunday's race is the adjustment we'll have to make just based on history. So to me it really doesn't matter. We'll go out and do the best we can, try to get our short run speed good and our long run speed good, and everybody's going to do the same thing.
Kyle, any?
Yeah. You hope track conditions are similar to what you would race on Sunday, but like Newman said, if they're not, the schedule's a schedule. We're going to be practicing. So, again, I think that when opportune time presents itself, you just got to make the best of the moment, and, whether it's practice or whether it's the race.
Carl, any comment on
Oh,
that?
just the fact that I think there'll be a lot of the race. This track's going to change a lot during the race, and the hope for me would be that the track would represent the race conditions, but you never know.
Other questions? Anybody else have a question? Lee Spencer, right here.
LeeSpencerMotorsport.com. Can you guys just talk a little bit about the speeds? Guys on the radio sound like it was pretty quick. I mean, kind of screaming, yelling, whatever. Just the speeds were up, or at least seemed fast in the car.
They were.
What happened?
Who screamed?
Yeah.
Who screamed? He's a screamer.
Yeah.
I don't know Boyer that well. I don't think the speeds. I mean, I think us as drivers, we all want it to be in the driver's hands. We want to have
As long as he doesn't have an itch, it'll be all right.
Yeah. Less aero dependence, and we want the tires to fall off. And I think I think I can speak for everybody. We hope that this race is more like in Atlanta or something where the times fall off and you're looking for lines. You're running 3 and 4 wide in the corner, and this place could do that. And so that's what I'm hoping for.
Got time maybe for one more question? Anybody? Bob Pockers.
Bob Pockers, Sporting News. For Kyle, does this give you any sort of confidence as far as where Gibbs is, kind of going into the chase?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I think today was a little bit better, practice session for myself for the 20. I talked to Matt a little bit. He felt more positive about things. I haven't had a chance to speak with Denny yet, but, Matt jumped up there to the top of the board early, and then, we were able to do so late. I think Matt was still 5th or 6th or something like that. So, it's good representation for where we feel like we want to be and where we should be. But again, it's early. It's first practice, and not everybody at the end of that first practice was in qualifying trim, making qualifying runs. A couple guys did early on, and it seemed like whether the track picked up later or everybody just got better there later in practice, speed surely got quicker.
Well, Ryan and Kyle and Carl, thank you for coming in, and wish you all the best of luck this weekend.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.